What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today it's your girl Christina with On Cue Makeup, and today, of course, this is the look that we're going to be doing. Something quick, simple, easy. I literally used 2 shadows, and I mean for my eyes, contour, and everything like that. So you guys are going to see a little bit of that more later. Also, for the first time, I used calamine lotion instead of milk or magnesia. I've been seeing a lot of artists on YouTube using it, so I was like, let me give it a try as a primer. And the reason why I thought that, well, I think that it would be great because it's a skin protectant, it says, for poison ivy, oak, and something, and it's a drying lotion. So, I mean, that's what we be wanting because we want our makeup to last. We want it to stay matte. Then we can add our glow if we want to shine, but yet we'll still have a fresh face all day. So I'm using that in the video. I'll show you guys how to use it. Also, of course, I am using my new brush collection as well. So this is also a tutorial on how to use each brush that's in the 15 set. I get a lot of questions about, okay, what brush is for this, what brush is for that, like how do I use it? But I tell them all the time, these brushes can be used for liquid, creams, and powders. So even though I'm using it for a certain thing, you can be creative and use what best works for you. So I'm going to show you an example on how to use the brushes, just the basic way to use them. But of course, like I said, when you start to do your makeup and you're at home or you're with your clients, you know, be creative. Use the brush for whatever, you know, fits best for you. But here you're going to see how I use them in this video. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the description box below. Oh, and how can I forget? I did use my new set of mink lashes that you can see right now. You're gonna see me apply those, as well as my matte lipstick and lip gloss that is on my website now to create this nude, soft, beautiful lip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, like I said, leave them in the comment box below. Also, if you have a suggestion on some new products that I should use, definitely put that in a comment box as well. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning and show you guys how I'll do my brows. Of course, like I say all the time, definitely brush the brows in the hair, in the direction that the hair grows. Now, this is my angle brush from the Star Brush collection that I'm using just to fill in my brows, and I'm using a gel paint, like a brow pomade. I got it from the beauty store. It's by, I think, Love Cosmetics. I don't know the exact name of it, but I really do love this product. It's really good. But I'm just wanted to show you like how you can use that angle brush to really precisely fill in those brows and get a clean, sharp look even before the concealer. And I tell people all the time, make sure you have enough product on your brushes. Like, you want the brush to be smooth before you start the application. Now, if you can see, I'm lightly filling it in, even though I sped up the video and it looks like I'm going fast. But that's just because of the time I did on the video. But I'm actually lightly touching it, taking soft, short strokes. Here is the concealer brush that comes in the kit as well. You can also use this brush to apply lipstick on your clients as well. Now I'm just going in with my concealer. I'm using a LA Pro Girl. Here I'm using a lighter concealer in the middle just to kind of give that pop right underneath my arch. Here is the brush that I'm going to use. You're going to see me using this a lot throughout the video. This is like a small shader brush, and it's flat, and I love it to blend like my concealer with and like blend out certain areas. And again, like I said, you can also use this to apply dry shadows, but it's great at blending in my concealer. Just using a stippling motion. Here, this little mini dome brush, I'm using it to set my concealer with powder. And I'm just dusting it lightly on top. Now I'm going in with the blending brush just to put that transition color right in my crease. And I'm lightly blending it circular motion right across. I want the application to be pretty sheer, so that's why I'm not applying too much pressure, and that's why you see me doing like the windshield wiper motion, because I want that to be softly blended. This shade here again gives a nice transition from my highlight color under my brow bone to my lid color. So this is going to start the foundation of my whole eyeshadow process. The next step, I'm going to go in with this darker brown shadow. This is from JD Glow Cosmetics, my absolute favorite when you're looking for like those deep pigmented matte colors. I'm using an eyeshadow brush, a flathead one, just to stipple that brown shadow on my lid, because you see that we're doing a brown smoky eye. So I'm going to keep stippling it all across the eye, and I'm going to continuously add product because I want that color to build up really, really nice. Now I'm going to go in again with my transition slash buffer color just to buff out those edges. Once I build that color to what I want, now I go back and repeat the previous step to get it blended to perfection. And you're just going to keep blending and adding that buffer color until it gets to be seamless. Now go back with the darker brown color all over the lid area and kind of build that color up a little bit more. Now I'm going in with this blue eyeliner. It's by Ruby Kiss. If you watch my previous videos, you know how much I love this liner. But just to give a little pop and color to this natural look. Now here is the tricky part. Even though it looks like I'm going fast, guys, like I said before, I sped this video up, but I'm really taking my time using the tip of the brush and lightly stroking it section by section, small section by section as well. And I'm holding my breath while doing so. Here I'm going to use like this little buffer dome brush to put on my calamine lotion. This is what I was telling you guys about in the beginning of the video, and I actually liked it. My makeup literally stayed matte the entire day, and you just put a sheer light application on and it works perfect. Yeah, it looks white, but once you put that foundation on top of it, it's going to be really, it's going to dry down. You're not going to see that part, so it's going to work perfectly, and you don't have to worry about it flaking or getting cakey. Here, as you can see, this is the big brush that's in the set in the Star Brush collection, and I use this for my foundation brush. I like to buff my foundation in. I like to stipple it in, and I don't like to use a sponge when doing my foundation because I do not like to lose product. A sponge absorbs it, even though you want to blend it in, but if you have the proper foundation brush, you wouldn't it'll blend it in itself. You can stipple with the brush, and you know it'll give a perfect finish. Now I'm about to go in with that same dome brush, the smaller one, and I'm going to stipple until that concealer blends in. I'm using Tarte concealer, and we know that is not cheap at all. So again, I do not want to use a sponge because I don't want to waste product. So I don't want to have to use too much concealer and then absorb the excess to blend it in with the sponge. So I'm going to use this brush and just lightly stipple all on top of it until it blends. Now to get into those corners and the smaller, tighter areas, I like to use a smaller brush. So I'm going back to that flat brush that I used earlier to blend in the concealer on my eye. And I'm going to use that same brush to highlight the bridge of my nose. I like it because it's small and it fits right there on the bridge, and I don't have a strip of highlight wide across my nose, and it's not going to give me that slender look that I'm looking for. So I'm going to use a smaller brush like this one so it can fit into those tight areas. And again here, I want to blend in that concealer I just put on my forehead, so I'm going to use that smaller buffer brush instead of a sponge and just blend that in. Of course, using the stippling motion. Now I'm about to use that small dome brush again to apply my contour. Y'all, when I tell y'all, as y'all can see, this is my favorite brush of the set. So that's why I literally, in my personal kit, have two full sets, so I can use this brush multiple times, as well as a few other ones that you've seen me use more than once. You don't have to use two sets, but I like to use it because I don't like to keep cleaning my brushes. Now I'm going to go in with that smaller eyeshadow brush that I used earlier to blend my concealer. And I like this one because it's small and it fits into those tight areas where I want to strategically put my contour. I don't want it to be all over, so I just want it in a certain small area. So that's why I'm going to use that brush to lightly apply it there. Again, I said lightly because it's easier to just build it up if need be, if it's not enough, versus to break down. Here I'm just adding a setting powder underneath my eye. I think I'm using Sacha Buttercup. And again, that's that small dome-shaped brush. And I'm just lightly tapping some powder to set that concealer underneath my eye. I'm using this brush because it's small. And as you can see, it perfectly fits underneath my eye without getting my powder all over. Like, one of my biggest things is with brushes when applying my makeup is having control, using a right brush that has the best control for you to do whatever you may be doing. Now I'm going to use that same brush and I'm going to go in with that eyeshadow that I put on my lid, and I'm going to use that as my contour powder. This is perfect for me because it's like 2 shades darker than my skin tone, which is perfect to give me that pop that I want in my contour without it being too much. Here I'm just using the basic powder brush. As you can see, it's rounded at the top, and I'm just dusting my powder all on top to set everything. Now I'm going in with the blush brush. As you can see, this one is more of a cone shape at the top. And I'm just using that to apply my blush on the apples of my cheek, which is the level right above where I applied my contour. Now I'm going in with this mini eyeshadow smudger brush, and it's really small, tight, and really it's kind of stiff, but it's perfect for applying that shadow and blending in that shadow right under the waterline on the eye. And also, like, if you wanted to blend in your cream eyeliner on top, this is the perfect brush to do so with. I love it that it's small, stiff, and it's perfect to fit right under there and blend that shadow perfectly. Now I'm going in with a really small eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going to use that bronzer that I used on my cheeks just to blend out that brown that I put underneath my eye. And now for my favorite part, to apply my new mink lashes. Like I said, these will be on the site probably in a little bit. By the time you see the video, they should be on the site. But I forgot the name of these. I'm going to list that in the description box when I finish this video. But as you can see, they have a nice design and cut to them. And they're not too big and they're not too small, but just to give me that pop and that extra flair to my natural look. Of course, let's not forget about the bottom lashes. Even though we may not have that many, still pop them out with some mascara. And of course, you have to make the ugly faces. The uglier the face, the better the application. But do not forget about those lashes. Ooh, child, I thought I was done. But I still got my lips to do, so let me drink first. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my matte lipstick, and this one here is called Midtown. And I'm only putting this in because I just want to add a little bit more color to my gloss, because I'm going to try something different and not do a lip liner with this nude lip. So now I'm going to go in with my Bare Nude lip gloss and add on top. We are done. Now I'll just add my wig and voila. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I will see you guys next time.